Were you behind home plate when Robin Ventura went out and
I was behind the plate.
Okay.
I was behind the plate, and it was pretty intense. It was.
I'd say so.
7 no-hitters, 5,714 strikeouts, and a fastball that made grown men flinch. This is Nolan Ryan, the Ryan Express, the baddest pitcher baseball has ever seen, fired like Doc Holliday. There are pitchers who throw hard, there are pitchers who dominate, and then there's Nolan Ryan, a one-man wrecking crew who didn't just rewrite the record books, he ripped the pages out and threw them at 100 miles per hour.
Look out.
Inside.
Wow.
No-hitter situation.
Inside.
Guy makes a great pitch. We call him a bastard.
Please subscribe to House of Heroes for more entertaining info. Now, let's get into the Ryan Express.
I wish I had a secret.
What is it? I mean, how do you throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball at your age?
I have no secrets. I don't know.
Nolan Ryan wasn't born with a golden arm. He was forged in the heat of Alvin, Texas, a small town but with one very big arm. By the time he was a teenager, Nolan was already lighting up radar guns, probably scaring a few catchers.
He was quiet. He did not like to draw attention to himself. The only time you notice the difference was when he stepped on the mound.
In 1965, the New York Mets took a chance on a lanky 18-year-old in the 12th round. He had control issues, but he also had something you couldn't teach, pure blistering velocity.
And the pitch back a curve, chopped out to third. Garrett has the ball, the throw to first, and the Mets are the National League champions. A wild scramble as the Mets celebrating.
I'm going to say something that I've never read in print, nor have I ever heard anybody say. But if you ever look at his wrists, you'll see that he has wrists like no other person. And I think a lot of it comes from their huge legs, very strong, and he learned at an early age to use his legs.
Ryan made his MLB debut in 1966, but it wasn't until 1969, during the Miracle Mets World Series run, that Nolan gave the world a real taste of what was coming. He came out of the bullpen and struck out 7 batters in just over 6 innings. He helped close out the NLCS, and yes, he became a world champion that year. But he wasn't satisfied. Ryan wanted to be the guy, not a reliever, not a role player. He wanted to start and dominate. On top of that, Nolan also didn't love the big city spotlight in New York and was considering retirement at 24 years old as a reliever on the Mets with control issues. However, his high school sweetheart wife, Ruth Ryan, counseled him and convinced him to keep playing.
Well, I'm there to push him along, I guess. And, you know, I mean, I like to do things with him.
And in 1972, he was traded to the California Angels, where his career skyrocketed, leading to 8 great years and 4 no-hitters.
This night, though, by striking out the side. Ryan had fanned 12 and walked 3 when Royals center fielder Amos Otis flied out in the 9th, and Ryan had his first career no-hitter.
Same. From 1972 to 1979, Ryan became a strikeout machine. In fact, in his very first season with the Angels, he led the league with 329 strikeouts. Then he just kept climbing. 383 Ks in 1973. That's still the all-time record for strikeouts in a single season. Not Pedro, not Randy, not Kershaw, but Nolan. His fastball, it was clocked unofficially as high as 108.1 miles per hour, with no sticky stuff, no pitch lab, just raw horsepower from hell. And then came the no-hitters, 7 in total, that is correct, 7, a record that will never be broken, especially since pitchers usually don't go past 6 innings today. He threw his first no-hitter on May 15th, 1973, and another a month later, June 15th. Nolan then threw 2 more no-hitters the next 2 years in 74 and 75, 4 as a California Angel. In 1983 as a Houston Astro, he got his 5th no-hitter. Ryan moved to the Rangers in 1989 and got his 6th no-hitter in 1990, and his final one at age 44 a year later in 1991. You heard that right, 44 years old, still no-hitting major league hitters. To put that in perspective, most guys are retiring at 34. Ryan was still embarrassing batters a decade later. Sandy Koufax is second all-time. In 1980, Ryan signed with the Houston Astros and became the first player in baseball history to earn $1 million a year salary. For Houston, it was worth every penny. He threw his 3,000th strikeout, then his 4,000th. He won ERA titles. He broke more records, but he still hadn't slowed down. He was the quiet type off the field, but on the mound, he was a Texas tornado. No nonsense, no fear, just a cold stare and pure fire.
Put his Sunday punch on it and came up. That's 6 strikeouts now for Nolan Ryan. Swings and misses, and for the second time in the ball game, Dykstra has struck out. And he strikes out Fernandez on a little foul tip that is held by Ashby. Swing, foul tip, held by Ashby. And that'll be 4 in a row as he strikes out Wally Backman for the second time today. That's 11 strikeouts in the ball game for Nolan Ryan. In the Astrodome, swing and a foul tip held by Ashby, and that's strikeout number 12 for Nolan Ryan.
He got him with the fastball in the front. 6 strikeouts. Fastball. Wow. Way high and outside. He got him.
Whoa,
that's
ball
7 strikeouts
this year in the minor leagues. With 1 home run and 58 runs batted in. Nolan Ryan gets strikeout number 8. Strikeouts and allowed 3 walks. He just blew it mild. You'll bet. Strikeout number 10 for Nolan Ryan. He still has a no-hit.
This may be it.
By far the most important of the 5 no-hitters.
On April 27, 1983, versus the Montreal Expos, Brad Mills, the Houston Astros future manager, was Nolan Ryan's 3,509th career strikeout. Ryan was in his 16th season, and the K was in the 8th inning. Ryan surpassed Walter Johnson for the record, which was held for 55 years, and Johnson got 3,508 strikeouts in 21 seasons, while Ryan broke the record in 16 seasons. Over 2,500 less innings.
Breaking ball, and that's it. Strikeout number 4,000 for Nolan Ryan.
And just when you thought he was done, Nolan Ryan joined the Texas Rangers in 1989 at 42. And somehow he got even meaner.
Again, the 1-2 pitch now coming to Sheffield. Got him swinging. And Franco to nullify that 1 hit by Parker. Now at 294 on the year.
Yeah, so you want to probably talk to your grandkids in a few years saying that, hey, I was behind the plate on the 300th win of Nolan Ryan.
And Yount gone on strike.
So to have it here on the road, I think a little less pressure of late has been very effective. Everyone out there.
Were you behind home plate when Robin Ventura went out and stuff?
I was behind the plate.
Okay.
The Ventura incident? Oh yeah, 1993. Young hotshot Robin Ventura charges the mound after getting hit by a pitch.
Yeah. It was a pretty intense fight. I knew that, that's going to happen.
Did you not hold Robin back? I mean, isn't that your job?
I just tried.
Big mistake. Ryan, age 46, grabs him in a headlock and delivers a flurry of fists like an angry uncle at a family reunion. That moment became iconic. It wasn't just a fight, it was a message. Don't mess with Nolan Ryan.
Robin Ventura getting to the run spot of Nolan, and he got himself in here.
He got underneath the arm.
Under his arm, and it wasn't fun.
And down on strikes is Nolan Ryan again with a 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Fires down on strikes. Arnsberg's pitch. Fly ball, center field. This should do it. Pettis makes the catch, and Nolan Ryan and the Rangers are victorious. Nolan Ryan, his 300th career victory. And you can charge up the bus for Cooperstown. Nolan Ryan.
There's the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out
December last year. 1-2 pitch. Well, catch Phelps, you're on the list. Pitch. Ball is hit in the air, may be playable. Ruben Sierra comes, and Ryan has a no-hitter. Number 6.
That's strike 3 on the appeal. And give it to him. Lights out in the 8th inning. 15.
The numbers, because nobody touches Nolan Ryan in the record books. Most career strikeouts 5,714, most no-hitters 7, most one-hitters 12, most two-hitters 18, most walks 2,795, opponents batting average 204, seasons with 200-plus Ks 15, fastest pitch unofficial 108.1 min-mara. Sure, he also holds the record for most walks, but who cares? That's like criticizing a dragon for blowing too much fire. Nolan Ryan never won a Cy Young, let that sink in, but everyone who faced him knew he was the most feared pitcher in baseball history. He didn't rely on tricks, no deception, no finesse, just fastballs, blazing, unrelenting, daring you to hit them. His work ethic was legendary. He was doing leg presses and running miles into his 40s. His durability, unreal, 27 seasons in the majors. That's not a career, that's a dynasty. And his impact is still felt.
In Seattle, I had a nice conversation with Tom House and Nolan Ryan, and that they were going to show me when Nolan threw a bullpen session in the Kingdom, and it was simply falling on the ball of your foot, your landing leg. And what I was doing, I was landing on the heel of my foot, and that would inevitably make my momentum when I was falling towards home plate or trying to fall towards home plate, my momentum would be turning because my heel would be twisting and I would be falling off towards the third base side. So inevitably they taught me and showed me how to land on the ball of my foot, and then naturally my momentum went towards home plate and I was able to, have everything follow and go towards home plate.
What's the highlight of your career?
Well, I think there's different events that mean different things to me. I get a lot of satisfaction out of the 5th no-hitter because once I tied Sandy Koufax at 4, that became a goal of mine was to pitch the 5th one. I get a lot of satisfaction out of 383 strikeouts in one season because of the dedication and the consistency that it took to accomplish that. Playing in a World Series with the Mets. So there's a lot of things that are important to me, and I get special satisfaction out of it.
Is there a 6th no-hitter down the way somewhere?
Well, I think I still have that type of ability. Whether I can accomplish that or not, who knows, because there's been nights I've had better stuff and didn't throw no-hitters, and so everything has to go right, and those are the type of things that are out of your control, so it's hard to say, but I think that it's a possibility.
So what was Nolan Ryan really? A flamethrower, a freak of nature, a strikeout sorcerer? Maybe all of the above. He didn't just pitch, he attacked. He didn't just set records, he redefined what greatness looks like. And through it all, he never asked for the spotlight. He just earned it, one blistering pitch at a time. The Ryan Express wasn't just a pitcher, he was a force of nature. If you like Nolan Ryan, please subscribe to House of Heroes for future videos. Thanks for your time and hope you enjoyed.
The reason I'm still playing is that the kids won't let me quit. Now, I don't know if it's because they enjoy it so much or they really don't want me around that much. They won't tell me that. But the one thing I didn't realize was that you're so charming. I appreciate the award, and we look forward to seeing you all around town. Thank you.